Who doesn't know Gordon Ramsay, Scottish chef and restaurateur, who is not only known for his highly acclaimed restaurants and cookbooks, but also for the profanity and fiery temper that he freely displays on television cooking programs? Today's video is about one of his reality shows, Hotel Hell. Hotel Hell is his popular reality show where he visited several restaurants and helped with their misfortunes. But where are these hotels now, and what are they doing? 1. Jupiter Hill Inn. This historical hotel at Windsor, Vermont, played host to two presidents of the United States. When Ramsay visited, he was impressed by the historical building and the stunning rooms, but oops, it smelt of sewerage because of its plumbing problems. Gordon tried the food, but found it improperly cooked, not to mention that it was overpriced. In contrast, the staff complained of being underpaid, and even when they were being paid, they weren't getting the full amount. Moreover, the faults Gordon discovered were the hotel being used as a stay-in for the friends of the hotel co-owner, Ari Nicky, who stayed, ate and drank for free, never leaving any tips. Robert showed a lack of respect for his staff at the staff meeting, and that's what tipped Ramsay off. Robert was discovered to be taking a percentage of the servers' tips. The antique collection of Robert turned out to be reproductions of original paintings, and they were not valuable at all. Ramsay helped with the hotel's refurbishment and relaunch and invited the locals to visit. 2. The Keating Hotel. Owned by Eddie Keane, the Keating Hotel is in San Diego. The owner is a property developer who is a fan of Ferrari cars, and the hotel has been decorated with an awful amount of Ferrari-themed red interiors, not suited to a restaurant interior at all. As opposed to a luxury hotel, Ramsay's room was garage-themed. The food was served in plastic containers, and they called themselves a luxury hotel. Not to mention, it tasted bad. The money was very inaptly spent, like who wants a jacuzzi in the middle of a living room? The hotel food was described by Ramsay as bland and dry. The chef, who cannot say no to the owner, clearly lacks management skills to run a luxury hotel, and has chocolate bacon strawberry pizza and chicken parmigiani slides. Ramsay made the selfish owner hear the reviews from the hotel customers themselves, who complain of the hotel having bad smells, cheap decor, inadequate furnishings, subpar food, and overcharged prices. Ramsay decided to redecorate the hotel, changing the interior and redesigning the menu. He also taught staff to voice their opinions and say a very necessary no to the owner when it's needed. One of the rooms at the Keating Hotel has been named after Gordon Ramsay to commemorate his help in rejuvenating the hotel. 3. The Roosevelt Inn. This inn is husband and wife operated, located at the former Roosevelt Elementary School. The husband, John Howe, is a former student of the school. The restaurant had various issues ranging from unwashed linen, outdated decor, and a small kitchen. The food tasted awful. Ramsay was served a frozen shrimp cocktail, a mushy salmon and a soft-boiled egg that was raw in the center. The owner had other interests, neglecting the state of the hotel, such as hosting monthly gatherings for a hardly profitable murder mystery, just to satisfy his interest of playing Sherlock Holmes. Ramsay's team started renovations after talks with the owner. The changes included updating the interior design, devising a home-cooked menu that can be easily made from a small kitchen, and revamping the hotel's wedding business. The reveal was done by celebrating a wedding, and it runs smoothly. 4. Murphy's Hotel. The hotel is co-owned by three friends in their late 30s, Brian Goss, Kevin Clerico, and Joe Lascitignola. They failed to manage it properly though, the hotel, the adjoining bar, and Lascitignola's restaurant. Gordon Ramsay was served the restaurant food consisting of a disgusting, slimy escargot, an anemic, messy lamb shank, and a chewy platter of calamari. The food storage was improper, with food going bad, and also stored badly, and non-appetizing meals cooked. The hotel is a historical landmark because the building is 150 years old and a beautiful vineyard that surrounds it. However, it's all ruined by the low food quality. The owners hosted private parties at the bar, so it was always loud, and the customers complained of that. It doesn't go well with the vintage location and the vintner tradition either. The hotel's front desk closes early, causing visitors to check at the bar. The noise at the bar disturbed those spending the night at the hotel. After Goss became the general manager, the historic rooms were renovated, online guest registry was added, and the restaurant food was improved along with the wine it serves. The changes after Ramsay's visit really helped with the business of the hotel. 5. Cambridge Hotel. Famous for creating a French pie served with ice cream, pie à la mode, in the 1890s, Cambridge Hotel needs attention by the famous chef. Run by John Imhoff, the hotel staff is micromanaged because of his former lawyer and soldier persona. He ran the hotel in his authoritarian style. The kitchen used pre-cooked boiled bagged food, and the farmed pie was well frozen yet raw. The hotel needs a makeover from the great chef, so Ramsay redesigned the decor and menu. The hotel's famous freshly baked pie with ice cream was to be served in a new room specially designed for its warm ambience. Ramsay did a funny thing of locking John in a room upstairs to show him that the staff can work well without his constant badgering. The service of the hotel goes smoothly, which leads to John trusting his staff. The hotel started doing good, but it was closed before the episode could air because of the decision of a lender bank. 6. Beachfront Inn and Inlet. Beachfront Inn and Inlet needs saving with help from the super chef. It's located in Fort Pierce, and it's a seaside inn and restaurant with a young owner named Brian Paul. The faults needing improvement include overpriced merchandise at the gift shop and that the staff must pay for their own uniforms and name tags. The room smelled of must and mold, with outdated decor and uncleanliness with dirt and dust everywhere. The owners claimed to serve fresh seafood, but Ramsay was disappointed to find dry chicken wings, lobster mac and cheese, which made no sense, and a cheese and frozen tuna burger. The kitchen lacked the necessary hygiene, and Ramsay found an old tub of foaming cocktail mix, cross-contaminated meat, and old produce. Gordon also discovered that the communication between the kitchen is scarce, and the customers complained about the noise from the bargoers, and one lady who unfortunately suffered an allergy attack from the dust in an air conditioning unit. Ramsay talked to the owner to go ahead with renovations, and the updates included new rooms and a fresh bistro-styled menu. The launch didn't go as planned when Brian is overwhelmed with orders and couldn't serve the town mayor his food. The chef, famous for his temper, leaves the hotel in frustration. However, Brian finally implemented some changes that Gordon suggested, and the hotel is since then up and running smoothly. 7. Towns Inn. Towns Inn owner Karen Townsend runs the inn like a second-hand store, hoarding personal items throughout the premises of the restaurant, which includes 2 separate buildings: the Heritage House, house guest rooms, and a full-service restaurant, and the Mountain Home consisting of a hostel, guest rooms, and a cafe. However, the restaurant practices some worst services in terms of the unappetizing frozen food, filthy amenities, and an owner in denial, as observed by Ramsay. He also witnessed that the kitchen required new equipment and a leader during his dinner. Ramsay dramatically and necessarily shut down the restaurant service when he found out Karen's kitchen served frozen, store-bought rotisserie chicken, Boyle's pre-made burgers, and used old processed ingredients stored outside of the restaurants in filthy, moldy freezers. All of this during the middle of his dinner. He also discovered a filthy bathroom that failed a bacteria test. That was awful. Gordon then talked to the owner and her staff that the only way moving forward will be to change. After Karen green signaled the renovations, Ramsay included a brand new storeroom to replace Karen's old living space, new renovated spaces and rooms upstairs, and kitchen equipment along with a newly decorated dining room. Ramsay kindly offered the owner a 2-month stay at a house in town while revamping her small, uncomfortable room at the inn and a trip to the spa for a makeover for Karen. A highly grateful Karen embraced all the changes made by Gordon in the menu, rooms, and kitchen. She moved back after her 2-month stay at the newly rejuvenated room on the 2nd floor of the inn. Her business has increased with Ramsay's magic. And that's all from today's video, where we looked at Gordon's magic and are increasing their business with all the renovations from the successful chef himself. Hotel Hell spanned over 3 seasons, where almost 22 hotels were refurbished and continue their business with increasing and better customer service and views. Alright folks, that concludes our video. Click one videos on screen right now. See you in the next one. Till then, take care.